It's a simple question, right? But it can be surprisingly hard to answer. We get bombarded with advice about carbs, fats, proteins. But what if the secret to a healthy plate wasn't about some complex formula, but about something you could see in a single glance?
Well, that's exactly what we're getting into. We're going to see that building a healthy meal is way more visual and straightforward than you probably think. So you can forget all those complicated charts. It really does all come down to a single picture.
And here it is. This one image is the entire blueprint. I mean, just looking at this, you can see how this whole approach makes healthy eating feel, actually achievable and, let's be honest, pretty delicious too.
Okay, so how do we get from an empty plate to this beautiful thing? Let's break down this blueprint piece by piece so you can start building your own healthy plates, like today.
It all comes down to three super simple proportions: 50%, 25%, and 25%. That's it. Half your plate and then 2/4. It's such a simple ratio, really easy to remember, and even easier to put into practice.
All right, so the first and most important step is to focus on the biggest section. The foundation of your healthy plate is always going to be vegetables. We're talking about filling a full half of your plate with a whole variety of colorful veggies.
And yeah, variety is absolutely key here. Think leafy greens, beets, squash, those vibrant carrots, crisp cucumbers, hearty broccoli. A really good rule of thumb to remember is this: the more colors you have on your plate, the more nutrients you're getting. Simple as that. Now that you've got your veggie base all set, it's time to add the protein. So, you'll fill one of those remaining quarters with a quality plant-based protein. This is the part of the meal that's really going to keep you feeling full, satisfied, and strong. Just remember this fraction, 1/4. Lock it in your brain. It's the perfect amount for your protein, and as we're about to see, it's also the perfect amount for the final piece of this puzzle.
And that final quarter of your plate is for complex carbohydrates, or healthy grains. So think things like quinoa, brown rice, maybe some sweet potatoes. This is your main energy source, giving you that real fuel to power through your day.
So we've got the simple 50-25-25 blueprint down. But why does this combination work so well? What makes it so powerful? Let's dive into the amazing benefits you'll actually feel when you build your plate this way.
Okay, the payoff is huge. First, all those veggies mean you're getting way more fiber, which is just crucial for digestion. And naturally, that leads to better gut health. And finally, that perfect balance of fiber, protein, and complex carbs, it gives you this slow-release, sustained energy, helping you totally avoid those dreaded afternoon slumps. But the benefits aren't just physical. There's also this really powerful mental shift that happens with this approach. It's a philosophy that's really centered on one thing: freedom. This quote just gets right to the heart of it. No calorie counting, just build your plate like this. See, this whole approach isn't about math or restriction or stress. It's all about focusing on balance and, honestly, abundance. And that's the key takeaway here. This is a flexible framework for health, not some restrictive diet. It's a simple visual guide that empowers you to make nourishing choices intuitively without having to overthink every single meal you eat.
So I'll just leave you with this question. As you're thinking about your next meal, just picture this simple plate in your mind and ask yourself, could eating healthy really be this simple?